Welcome back to the Rhode Show. This morning in the Buzz, if you could have any piece of TV or movie memorabilia, what would it be? Well, Wilmer Valderrama recently shared that he owns the iconic station wagon from that '70s show. He bought it for $500 and says that it's in his will so that his kids get it someday. So we wanted to know, are you a sentimental person? And is there something that you'd really want?
Well, I saw this article and there was a picture of, he's posing like a real tough guy. And it's a very funny photo, but I was like, oh, that's so cool that he has that from the show, because we weren't really huge fans of that show, but it did have a massive following, was extremely popular. So the fact that he has that is so cool. And I wrote down a few things.
Okay.
If I could, are you cheating?
No, I'm not cheating. I'm just
See. No, I would love the back.
That was summer school.
That's right. I would love the Back to the Future DeLorean.
Got it.
I've been obsessed with that car since I was a little kid, and also the guitar that Marty is playing at the end when he does Johnny Be Good. That scene actually fueled or sparked my interest in the guitar.
Oh, okay.
So even long before I loved Metallica and stuff like that, that I was like, I want to learn how to do that. So if I could have that guitar and the car, that'd be pretty cool.
If I could have the car, it would be the Ferrari from Ferris Bueller.
Okay, I thought you were going to say Magnum.
No. Well, that one too. I'll take that one too. But the Ferrari from Ferris Bueller, I would like that. And I don't think, after watching this, it wasn't a real Ferrari.
You've mentioned this to me.
Yeah, I think it was a body that they just kind of put a body on this thing. I don't think it was a real Ferrari, but I would love to have that Ferrari.
Is it a 62?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Knows trivia off camera.
Eric knows trivia. He's going to look it up. But that one I would like to have.
Yeah, well, if you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up.
That's what I do.
I would love also the chair from Frasier, his dad Martin's chair, that hideous chair that's in the middle of Frasier's, exquisite apartment. I think that would be funny if I had this big room and I could and then people would come over. Is that? Yep, that's the chair.
That's the chair.
That'd be pretty funny.
Are you sentimental?
Yes, I have a very hard time getting rid of things.
I do too. I have some toys from when I was a kid. I think when we were talking, Michaela was here, and we were talking about even Matchbox cars and the value that Mattel is taking back things. I have a ton of Matchbox cars that I played with all that time as a kid, that I have them in cases and can't get rid of them. I even have, a lot of people may not even remember, back in 1977, they used to have Star Wars trading cards where you could go. I have cases and cases of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Yeah. But I can't get rid of them.
Someday I'd like to have this so I can do
your own little talk show at home.
Segments in my living room.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Let's check in with our viewers. Show me comments.
Show me comments. Bing!
Here's what you had to say. Caitlin's up first. I would love to own a mask that was worn in any classic horror movie. Oh, that's a fun idea. Nice. Jason, Michael Myers, Jeepers Creepers, even one of the masks from the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. Huge horror fans in my house. Very cool.
Sounds cool. Linda adds the DeLorean car from Back to the Future.
Great.
Maybe you two could work it out, and you can have it one day, she can have it the other.
What did I tell you, Linda? 88 miles per hour. Priscilla's up next. Proud owner, how about this, of a Star Trek tricorder, phaser, communicator, and a captain uniform from the Next Generation.
Real ones?
And she continues, I would love to have a captain's chair, but that other stuff's pretty cool that she has.
Wow.
I would not part with any of it. I don't blame her.
That's really cool if it's the real stuff. And Justin closes out the comments with Knight Rider's Firebird. Yes, that was so nice. I always wanted one with kit included. Excellent.
Michael.
Nice job.
Michael.
Yes, Michael.
William Daniels did the
William Daniels,
voice of that. Yeah. It's trivia day here on the Rhode Show. Thanks for chiming in. Keep those comments coming every day that you do. We can do this. Bing! Or in the other room, either way. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and you never know, if you leave your Facebook Live Buzz topic comment on the old internet.
The old internet.
We might read it here on the show.
Jump on the machine.